You'll see a lot of creepypasta OCs, and a lot of those OCs are teenagers. There's a few things that are going to make your teen creepypasta OC struggle to be successful. 1. They're too relatable to your predominantly teen audience. 2. There is a plethora of teen creepypasta characters. How will you make yours stand out? 3. Serial killers below the age of 20 are seemingly rare to find. Let's start with the first reason. I have probably mentioned this in about 2 to 3 other videos I have done, but it's always worth talking about. When your creepypasta becomes too relatable to the reader, they are hard to alienate so that they are unpredictable and scary. They don't have the age experience to be all that clever, cunning, or charismatic, but they also aren't young enough to be so innocent that it's hard to wrap your head around the idea that they would do something violent. The second reason, there are so many teen creepypasta OCs. I'll admit, I'm surprised that only half of the creepypasta OCs I've judged have been teens. The other half are characters in their 20s. Within the requests for characters to judge I have received, as far as I know, I have yet to come across a creepypasta that is above 30, inhuman, or an object. Your teen OC will be swimming in a sea of other teen OCs. They'll be going through the same stage in their life, have similar attitudes and hormonal struggles, and, considering that young serial killers are rare in real life, have a similar motive for killing. And that leads me into the third reason. Serial killers below the age of 20 are hard to find. It's not that it isn't possible, it does happen. But anyone who is pushed to kill at that age will have a similar background to their peers. After all, they've only lived for at most 19 years. And during that time, the only people who will affect that character will usually be schoolmates and parents. They probably won't have had a job yet, or have been in a serious relationship, marriage, kids, the works. Their reasons for being this way will be rather limited. If you're not careful, their killing intent can come off as too forced. If you haven't noticed yet, this analysis has been mostly on teen creepypasta killers. If it's one thing that pops up more in the creepypasta fandom than teens, it's killers. Making your OC a killer doesn't automatically make them creepy. There's a balance between making them real enough to believe, but creepy enough that reading their creepypasta doesn't make you feel like you're reading the screenplay of a CSI episode. It's the difference between Roger Anderson, the cold-blooded serial killer who lures people into alleys and murders them, and Babe, a stranger who appears in your room at 3:33 a.m. They wear a black cape and hood and what looks like a pig mask over their face. If you move to turn on your lights, Babe will sink into the shadows and disappear. Those who claim to have seen Babe report finding a strange symbol drawn in black ink somewhere on their body upon waking up in the morning. No one has seen any part of Babe other than their face. Rumors suggest that Babe is an actual pig person hiding their deformities. The only correlation between Babe and murder incidents are corpses that are found with black markings incoherently scribbled all over their skin, even sometimes tattooed on the insides of their mouth. Completely different feeling. It all depends on what you're going for. Is your killer the star of an action-packed crime show, a creepy web story, or somewhere in between, like a few of the serial killers that you'll find on Criminal Minds? So, by now, I imagine you can see how creating a teen killer creepypasta character that is creepy with a well-executed thirst for blood is quite a feat to perform, and most of the time doesn't work out in the way the author intended. This is why they have such a bad stigma. That being said, they can still be enjoyable and fun to read about. But creepy? That will vary. Your best bet is to do your research on teen killers and any following disorders and abuse that are commonly linked to them. Do your research on other creepypasta teen killers. How can you make yours different? Read other creepypasta to avoid detaching yourself from the creepypasta feel and creating crime show characters. Well, that's all I have to say on this for now. I hope this was helpful, and that whole story about Babe was just kind of something I pulled out of my butt. And yes, I did use the name because of Babe the Pig. But if you would like to see an actual story on Babe, you should leave a comment, and one lazy afternoon when I don't want to work on my game, maybe I'll get around to doing that. I hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye.